Hello and welcome to Spooning with me, Mark Wogan. And each week I'm joined here at the Mount Street restaurant by a very special guest where Chef Jamie Shears will be cooking up some spoons of things they say they love and things that they think they hate. Difference is, I'll be feeding them blindfolded.
Now, taking on the spoons this week is the undisputed godfather of Italian cookery. My old friend, my mentor, Gennaro Contaldo.
Oh my God, bless your heart. Thank you very much to invite me. It's such a pleasure, honestly, after so many years.
I know. Well, we should let people know. We've known each other for 36 years.
Stand up, let's have a look.
I'm still the same.
Still the same.
Yeah, haven't aged
You've
a
just
year.
grown a little bit of beard.
A beard, gone a bit grey.
Fantastic.
But, you know. 36 years.
36 years.
So, you know, I think it's important for me to say that as a young man, and on the subject of food and certain other subjects that we may cover, you were a really important influence.
Thank you.
You engendered in me a passion for cooking and for ingredients. You know, I started working with you when I was 17, nearly 18 years old.
I remember.
And I think it would be fair to say at that stage of my life, I was a little lost.
Lots lost. Where is Mark in the morning? Never. They used to start 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Where's Mark? Mark, I can't find
I had a few timekeeping issues.
Yeah, but you're very good.
Well, that's very nice of you to say so. But I mean, there was the odd trust issue, I would say, because for most of my time working with you, you only ever let me make polenta biscuits and spinach fritters.
That was Antonio. That was Antonio. I'll never forget. Oh, bless you. Don't make me cry because what you just said, you know, it not touch me, you know, I feel it. You know, when you come in, you were a very young boy and never forget. You were extremely nice looking boy as well. Not today with a beard. And how all his joke is.
You sound like my mother now.
Then you had that patience. And I always, many young boys, they come to work at the New Street restaurant, Carlucci, and always looked at them. And very rare you find somebody really wanted to learn. And you were one of them.
Between the haze of whatever I'd consumed the night before, you taught me an awful lot.
Thank you.
And I think, you know, the effect that you've had on a number of people within the industry sort of goes unnoticed. I mean, obviously, Jamie Oliver sings your praises and you still work together to this day as one of the great influences on him. But I mean, there's been quite a few people who've been through your kitchens and through the Neal Street restaurant in Covent Garden, which is now a shoe shop, rather unfortunately.
Yes, it is indeed. Oh my goodness me.
But we almost went full circle. So that was my first job in the Neal Street restaurant, right? Fast forward about 20 years, and I opened my first restaurant around the corner in Neal's Yard. I'm gonna take slight umbrage with you now, because I've had the restaurant for over 10 years now. You've never been in.
I went in a couple of times, but you were not there. I know, because you work in a Neal's Yard, and your restaurant is right opposite in the corner, wood fire oven. I had this fantastic bit, and I asked her, "Stop, where's Mark?" Mark don't come today on Wednesday, so I came some other time. I should have given you a call.
Well,
I should have given you a call.
I have brought the mountain to Mohammed today. So I thought what we would do is get you, hold on, I've got it down here in a special bag, keeping it warm. And I have brought you your own Homeslice pizza.
Oh, wow.
Today. But in no small part, you are responsible for what's in that box. Because you were the first person to teach me how to make bread.
Don't make me cry, because at my age now, I'm 75 years old, and those days you come along, I remember properly, because I remember when Jamie was there, you know, Mix was there as well, Tim was there, but between all those young boys, I saw young girls as well, you know, I choose to myself which one that really, after give some of my experience, you didn't know, but I was trying to give you the things I knew. You know, mine is only limited because I was said to myself, I got so much experience, let's give it to somebody.
But what you always did was made it fun. You know, it was fun.
Oh my!
Oh, it's a little
God.
bit. Let's move this. It's got a little bit crushed in transit. This, but there we go. I thought, given that you are Italian, I would keep it simple with just a margarita, because, as they say, if you can't make a margarita, you shouldn't be making pizza.
But thank you very much for this tribute. Then, you know, you make a pizza. Pizza is part of Italy. Well, it's international, all over the world. But from you, that you just said to me, you know, you taught me how to make bread. Bread is flour, water, and yeast. And then you making a pizza. That isn't a tribute.
Now, obviously we do this, but there's certain things I do that you would never agree with. Like, for example, pineapple on a pizza. Look, I'll have you know.
I never showed you how to do pineapple in the
No,
pizza.
I know you didn't. But you see, the
Then
thing
you
is,
were bringing a pineapple in a restaurant.
but the thing is, because I'm not Italian, I'm not held to any rules. I can put whatever I like on the pizza.
Yeah, you can, yes.
Yeah. You won't eat it.
No, for sure.
It's like Angela Hartnett
Yeah.
thinks I am a lunatic because there's one pizza that we put coriander on.
I don't know. I actually had a pizza once with a coriander on top.
Yeah.
That was quite all right.
Yeah, it's nice. But so when we first opened Homeslice, quite early on, about 6 weeks in, the Evening Standard came in and they did a review. And it was our duck breast with Szechuan roasted pineapple that got us the big review and changed the face of the business. So I have a soft spot for pineapple because it made Homeslice, whereas you would hate the idea of it.
Yes.
What else do you think doesn't belong on a pizza?
Well, the pizza in Italy, the truly Neapolitan pizza, they only have 4 pizza. One is quattro stagione, is 4 season. The reason why, because you use everything of 4 season. We start from spring, summer, autumns, and winter. You know, I like autumns because there was the mushrooms. That like that. Spring, whatever it grows in springs, and then you put also aubergines on top, which is for the summer so and so. That is a classic quattro stagioni. Each section has got a little bit of everything, but you can mix. Another one is marinara. Marinara is a simple pizza, very, very simple pizza, which inside there it is tomato, few capers, olives, and anchovies, and of course, oregano goes inside there. Now we come to the classic, La Regina Margherita. Why you call them a margherita? The story is, the million story. Story is that this baker made this kind of a pizza, and it was very popular in the regions of Naples. Just in Naples, said, wow, you know, everybody eating, and the queen Margherita wanted to know and taste it. So they called this baker, and he made this pizza, and she loved it. And he said, what's it called, this pizza? He said, Your Majesty, this pizza is dedicated to you, and it's called Margherita.
And if you can't make it, you should make it. Are you going to try my Margarita?
Of course. And so, and when you pick up the pizza, we do like a portafoglio. So, portafoglio. It's like a wallet, which is in 4. When you have the 1 and 3 for
we call it the Homeslice fold.
Now, so flow. And then, here he goes. You put them like that, can I?
Now tell me. Because all the ingredients in that, actually, this one, they all come from Italy. San Marzano tomatoes, fior latte from Naples.
Fior latte, which is melted. Caputo flour, I love it. It's not very Neapolitan, only the water.
Yeah, I haven't got the Neapolitan water. I've only got London water.
I thought it's good.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Put it through a filter, it's fine.
No, because Neapolitan water is not very excellent. That's why I make a good pizza.
How do we score? What have we got out of 10? What are you going to score a Homeslice?
Can I just finish off?
Oh, sorry, yes.
Thank you.
Because he's got to get to the crust, you see. It's good dough, right?
Terrific. You cook the dough, this, you see, because she cooks well, this is very important, because if I cut these little bits, you can see it's cooked inside.
Yeah. I mean, Johnny's going
It's
to be
number
upset
one.
because you're tearing it apart now and he's got his eyes on it for later. So we passed muster.
I just love it.
Well, this is the first time I've been with you when you've eaten my pizza. That, you see that? We ship in twice a week from Naples, that proper filo di latte.
Naples. So I enjoy when I go food. I shut up. It's the only time I shut up because I
True.
enjoy. Do you know what? You bake this one in the oven. It's quite big. You done in wood fired oven because I've been inside your plate.
Oh, wood
Take them
fired
out,
oven.
put them inside top of the board. Pizza is sherry. Pizza is so important. Pizza is family. It's warm. It's sherry. It's nation.
Pizza is everything.
Pizza is everything. Pizza is affordable to everyone.
What's the question? Pizza's the answer.
Pizza, the world, all the world supposed to eat a pizza. And you choose the right.
We've talked a little bit about my early life
Yeah.
in food because it was mainly with you. But what about yours?
Don't make me cry.
What about yours? Because you started in kitchens at what, 8?
Let me tell you a little story. I was born in a small village of Amalfi Coast. I was born right 30 meters above the sea. Can you imagine? There, the house is all on the sea. My father said that was very rough evening because the sea was rough. But then, born 30 meters above the sea, it was my swimming pool. If you ask me when you learn how to swim, I always have. I can't remember. We have mountains at the back. The mountains was my back garden. We have a small village. This was my playground where I can learn at the smell, the season that come along. So I was very lucky. But like me, thousands other young boys like me, they're born in that village. Some they're born 100 meters away, some 30 meters away. And everything was about food. My family was everything about food. When we all seated on a table, we used to eat something on the table. And the discussion was, where it come from? And, oh, yes, it is very good. Well, it's the farm up the road, the one is got the lamb or the chicken, the one with the lovely face. Oh, he's such a good boy, such a lovely man. Oh, yeah, if he's such a lovely man, such a good person, everything he produced tasting good.
Yeah.
I was, at the age of 10, 12, must have been this age, we had a linen shop. So linen shop, we used to sell at that shop linen, cloth to make suit, linen for the table. My mother used to be inside the shop, and my father used to go around on heels because he had to see customers, because customers don't pay, cash or anything. He used to buy weekly or monthly. So I went with him, and halfway he said, you know what? I think you better stay in a village, next village, which is called Minore, where I was born, Maiore I was born. Stay with my friend Alfonso, which has a restaurant. I didn't understand much. I went inside the restaurant, and there he goes, this beautiful chef, Alfonso, bless him. I stayed with him, and my father said, I'll pick him up this afternoon. All happy, stay with him. He did pick me up in the afternoon, but that was 3 years later. Honestly, that was 3 years later. Let me tell you why. Because I liked so much what he was doing. And every time I have to escape from school played a very little part for me. I love it. And my job, it was simple, cleaning around and look at the chef out there cooking, but the family was so nice. But then I started to to understand a little bit more. So there, everything have to be fresh. If there was a chicken, I tell you, this is what I'm telling you. So somebody ordered a chicken. Alfonso, the chef, you said, Gennarino, run in the yard, grabbing a chicken, pull it. Now show me how to, well, this is mine. There was always hot water. Put them inside hot water. People, they're waiting, they love to waiting because they pre-order. Most of the time they pre-order. So unplug it, and everything the chicken had, never thrown away anything at all. Bring to the chef, and after there was a feather on it, I'll make you eat that feather, in a nice way. And this was with the rabbit. The only thing I didn't want to touch it was the lamb. And all the fresh fruit and vegetables comes along. And he was to everything a local way of cooking. But what actually was teaching me, it was teach me the love and the passion, the flavor of food. If you have an aubergines, you have to taste an aubergines. If you have an courgette, you have to taste an courgette. If you have a chicken, you have to taste a farm. You have to have that flavor of the nature, the herb. All these things he used to tell me all the time. So slowly I cooked little things. And 3 years later, after I was the biggest chef in the world, instead I was the biggest rubbish, pump on my head. And from there, you're moving along, you become 16, you go work in many restaurants, you travel a little bit the south of Italy, then you move up, and so. And then I come in England. And
1969.
1969, that was a job, because you need permits in those days. So they got me a job for fish and chips, £8 a week. So I worked inside the fish and chips.
That's not dissimilar to what I used to get paid at your restaurant.
Didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was about.
I thought he was so screwed.
I think, what was it? It was £11,000 a year.
11,000. Well, it's more than that. So I used to get £8 a week. Is different.
Inflation.
Inflation. Oh, you're right. Inflation. And I used to smell. It was. I said, I can't work inside. Yeah, I can cook, but that was the permit you have to have. So I stayed there, but the fish was nice coming in. And sometimes there was cod coming in, so we used to clean. It was easy for me because I knew how to do it. But, there was people there, they were fish and chips, plus they were a tea. And then they put the fish and chips in butter and they fried the chips. I had to cut so many chips under the machine. There was a machine which you clean them as well, the potato, pull it. I didn't stay very long. But I could not believe it. How can you have a fish, chips, fried in the butter and drinking a tea?
I mean, it's an English classic. Fish and chips with a cup of tea.
Do you know what now on the fish and chips? I will give him a 5 Michelin star because I do love it, the fish and chips. And I drink a tea on the fish and chips.
You see, you've been anglicised.
Anglicised. It is incredible. I just love it. I have to have at least once a month.
So let's go a little bit forward to when you ended up at the Neal Street restaurant with Antonio Carluccio, which started a friendship that lasted how many years?
Oh, well, altogether, I missed it. Do you know what now? I missed him so much. Yes, when I left it, because Antonio Priscilla was on open at, other restaurant. They said, Gennaro, we done. I think they're going to contract for
this was
franchise.
This is when they were opening all the Carluccio's restaurants.
Then I left and I opened up restaurants.
Passione.
I was very lucky, and
I loved that restaurant.
I know you used to come down. I'll never forget.
One of my favourite things was coming down into the kitchen between service, and we'd just sit there, and you'd always cook. You'd never let anyone leave that kitchen not being fed.
Yeah, well, I am a cook, and the only way to make people up is cooking food for them. It was so successful restaurant, simple food. And
that's when you had your first book as well. Your first book, which was Passione.
Passione. It was my first book, Passione. And
how many books have you had now? There's been quite a few.
It takes 1.5 years to do a book. It's not you do one after the other. Books always come one after the other. You know, my last book, Cucina, it took 1.5 years. And the other one now, Verdure, which you have a copy, it took another 1.5 years.
Because this is the new book.
It is the new book.
And what I like about the way you've set this out is you've gone on the colour of the vegetables. So it's all about vegetables.
Yes.
And you've gone on the colour of the vegetables.
It is in the yes. Well, very important, the colours.
So, you know, you start with green.
Yeah.
Then go to red.
Yeah.
Then we go to purple.
Yeah.
And then...
I have to look at the yellow as well. There is there.
There's yellow vegetables, all sorts of different vegetables.
A lovely drawing.
Do you do all those pictures yourself?
Can you see?
No, you've got it open on a pack. There we go.
There we go.
There's the lovely picture. Look, they're definitely your hands.
You're sure?
You wouldn't. Who else would have hands like that?
You're right.
Yeah. But it is a beautiful book.
But also in the book, if you read this one,
Yes.
is Jamie.
Yeah.
Okay. And look, can you read under it as well?
Stanley Tucci,
Such
a
a
wonderful, timely book. And that's what I thought as well. You know, it's that we're in a time where we're being told to eat more vegetables.
Yeah.
Eat more vegetables, eat more vegetables, eat less red meat, all that kind of thing. But that actually is the Italian diet anyway. It's like that people are talking like they've reinvented the wheel. The Italians have been eating like that for years.
I'm so pleased that you said that. Very, very pleased. Especially, well, everywhere in Italy, but especially in Campania, south of Italy, where I come from, they used to call us leaves eater because that's what you used to eat, vegetable, meat. It was expensive. Chicken. Oh my goodness me. I remember my father, we used to go hunting with my father, and every time he shot at something, it was a rabbit, or perhaps it was a pheasant, kind of. The pheasant on the table, we had to share between 25 people. You know, this is array was the meat. My father always, he was the best to shoot wild boar. And always come along with an excuse that the dog ran away, he missed it. He didn't even try. That was lovely. That was lovely. But vegetable, we do eat a lot of vegetable. 80% is vegetable that we eat because we want to taste season of a vegetable. And the broccolis come out. Let's taste the broccoli. Remember, so many different ways you can do it. If you go in this time of the year, which is now, is February, if you go in any market, in any way in Italy, what you find is so abundant everywhere is artichoke.
But we've moved away from that seasonality.
Yes.
You know, you walk into a supermarket, you can get asparagus year round.
Terrible.
You know, what I love about this book though is, again, and all your books is, it's never complex. It's always simple, but it always has, which was the name of your first restaurant, Passione. It has the passion in it. And you've always been able to instill that passion through working with you, through the restaurants that you had, through the books that you write. When you were that little boy swimming in the sea off the Amalfi Coast, did you ever imagine your life would end up where it is now as the sort of go-to for a lot of people, you know, people of note on the subject of Italian food? The fact that on the front of your book, you've got Jamie Oliver and Stanley Tucci saying it's basically a fantastic book.
I consider myself just a normal person. You know, why I'm doing all this, a lot I have to Jamie. A lot of this, Jamie, because he does, wherever he goes, you know, he mentioned me. Jamie played a big part, actually, one of the biggest parts.
But I think it's paying it forward because, like me, you influenced Jamie enormously as a young man.
I just give him some of my passions. You know, every person in the world, there's so many beautiful persons around the world, and I want to meet them all. And what I have, I cannot bring with me. So when I do find a person, they're really interested. Let's give them everything. But most than everything, you have to give them the passions. You don't have to bang on it. Just give them what you have. transfer your feeling, your heart in the person. Give them a lot of love. And they will repay you back. Not because I want to be repaid back. You already repaid me back now after so many years to be on your program. Come on.
Well,
You said to those beautiful words, I'm here because of you. No money in the world can actually repay me for that. I'm not after my age. I'm not after.
But, you know, like anyone, you've had your ups and downs in life.
Everybody,
and
yeah.
things have changed. You know, the restaurant closed. You then went to work with Jamie. You were a massive influence on all the Jamie's Italian restaurants and on 15 that he did and all the training for all those young people there. And now that you sit back and look at it all, I mean, I'm not saying you're at the end, let's be clear. But now that you sit back and look at it all, do you think I'm lucky, or do you think, yeah, this was part of the design?
No, it's not part of a design. I'm just lucky. Yeah. It just come up. I asked this question. As I said this morning, I realized a little bit more. I only wanted to work, and I want to give them away what I had, but also learn in the same time. And I do learning now as well in different ways.
But that's a very Italian thing, to pass on knowledge around food, around what's important, around family, around the fact that sitting at a table and eating together is so important.
Very important.
And, you know, you have quite a large family yourself now. They're all getting a bit older now. I remember them when they were tiny. And, you know, they're now 20 and whatever, which then makes me feel old.
But also I have a boy over 36. Also I have another one over 14. I have another girl. I got 6, including Jamie, and 7, and including you.
I'd just like to say there's no DNA shared other than the passion for food.
And the passion on air. Well, always we usually say when we do love somebody else's child, this is my son without the sins. No. You're one of them.
Definitely.
One way or the other, we always be in touch.
You know, and nothing gives me greater pride than you are part of my food DNA. It's something that the fact that I met you when I did, and the effect that you had, I can get quite emotional thinking about that.
Don't let me cry. Carry on,
let's change the subject then.
Thank you.
Because Italian food is one thing, right? But you have a passion for something else, quite un-Italian, which is, I've got it down here. Hold on one second. Now, Johnny, the producer, went to great lengths to get this. He went all the way to Radlett.
Oh, my God.
Now, tell us what we've got in front of us there.
What? We have salt beef bagels with the mustard inside. Didn't you put any cream inside? No, it's not. Oh, gosh. It's got all those gherkins, which they're so well preserved. I usually go quite often there with my friend Paolo.
So this is Noshers restaurant in Radlett.
Yes, it is indeed.
Now, why do you end up having, as an Italian through and through, when you could be eating any amount of delicious Italian food, that you end up at a salt beef bagel?
Well, it is because beyond the salt beef bagel, beyond the salt beef, there is an elaborations. They preserve the meat, the way they're cooking, and when they put all the ingredients with mustard, the gherkins, the creams inside. By the way, I usually have one is toasted, and also in the sandwiches. I can see the culture behind, but never mind about the culture. It tasted good, and I love it because in Italy we do have as well what we do with pork. This is beef. We have all the leftover of a pork, which we preserve them in salt, and then we put them in water for a day to remove all the salt, and then we boil it. And when you boil it, it tastes exactly the same like the salty beef.
It reminds you
me Italy. Easily.
Now, the other weird thing that you have with this is a Greek salad, according to the man at Noshers.
I love it.
So we're going all over the place
I love
now.
I love Greece. They got lovely food. Oh my God, the Greek doing fantastic food. But I said to this one, instead of use ordinary olive oil or perhaps a kind of oil, they should use some olive oil. Not those bottle of thing, but a little bit extra olive oil. And I do eat it. Oh gosh.
Well,
and you know what? I have to tell you something. I nearly stop. I will stop if you don't, please, if you hear this program one day. Because every time I go there, I try to get off the table. I try to pay. I said, there is no bill for you. And I love so much. Then, once every other week, me and Pablo, we go there and always look around if he's there or not. But he's not there. So I said, good, I'm saving now. And then out of the blue, the cashier says, sorry.
So what you're saying is you've never paid for one of these?
Yes, or I think it's only once.
I'm glad we're keeping up the tradition. So we've come to
God, my God. Bless you, David. Adam, I beg your pardon. I always call him Adam. Bless you, Simon, with this beautiful, I have to say, they're lovely. Because
so
now at the moment...
If you want to experience these, Noshers in Radlett, they are the best salt beef bagels in your opinion.
Also salmon.
Yeah. We've got you a packet of salmon as well. There's always plenty to take home. There's already plenty. Now, talk to me about this honey.
Jesus,
you've had an influence on this honey, haven't you?
Yes, indeed. This is the best honey ever taste. This coriander, can you imagine? They have a field full of coriander, and they have all this beehive.
Because I've never seen coriander honey.
Well, you try. It's so good.
So tell me the story. Louisa's honey.
Louisa is the wife of Simon.
Who owns Noshers?
No, Noshers is Adam, the brother of Simon.
Right.
And
so there is a family connection.
It's all there. Mother and father, there is the lot. And Kos is the son. There's got 2 small children that they quite often call me. That many times they come home when I'm filming. They're there, they're good. And that they asked me, said, if I want to endorse for a little while this honey. I said, okay, let's taste it. And I tasted it. They got 5, 6, and maybe more different honey. They come from Italy. And I tasted it, and I couldn't believe how good it is. And each one is different. And so I said, okay. So we went to, I believe, Excel, the first one. They got in touch with my agency, and I said, okay, so and so and so. He's got, Simon's got a cab company, which is called the cabs. Every time I want to travel anywhere, catch a plane, he always sends me a car.
So hold on a second. You don't pay for your cabs either?
No.
You see,
but he's offering me a car.
Knowing how to cook and having passion for food has been very kind in return, hasn't it?
Yes, I know.
You don't pay for your bagels, you don't pay for your cabs, you don't pay for your honey.
3 o'clock.
When was the last time you paid for a meal?
Well, I do pay. I know. It's the Ritz Hotel. They said, you can have a coffee.
Yeah.
I said,
free coffee in the Ritz this morning.
Oh, God. No, I haven't taken it yet. So I went there, was the coffee. I said, I'm coming back.
Oh, so go back, it's free coffee later.
Oh, God bless you. He got lovely. Oh, God bless me.
Now,
Simon
we've come to
Adam.
that time in proceedings where I am going to ask you
again, what
to don the blindfold. It's time for you to experience the food that we have prepared for you. So, if you pop that on...
Do you know when you're blunt?
I'm going to feed you the first spoon. Here's the first spoon. Now, as I said, these are based on the answers to your questionnaire that you had. I'm going to feed you. I need you to open wide. Jamie Shears, the chef downstairs, a bit wider. There we go. Tell me what you've got there. Describe.
A potato?
Texture. The textures, the flavors.
Okay.
Anytime today would be good with a description.
It tastes like a potato.
Yeah, but any other flavors? I'm going to give you a clue. It's a very important Italian dish, this. He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Take the blindfold off. Oh, this isn't going to go down well with Jamie, the chef. This is his potato gnocchi with parmesan.
Potato.
Yeah, with parmesan and olive oil and butter and sage and all these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't like it, did you?
No. But I like it now because I see because I
What worries me is that's your nice spoon.
Very difficult.
It's very difficult.
Can you do again? Huh? I love it. I was right to say a potato, but it was too big for a... Oh gosh, bless you.
Listen, I'm sorry, Jamie. It turns out your gnocchi needs work. Maybe I'll give you a recipe. Right.
No, that is very good. By the way, you gave it to me.
Now listen, talking of disasters, as we find ourselves in one now, there was one time that you and Antonio got the opportunity to present Saturday Kitchen.
Oh my God.
Which, unbeknownst to you, is one of the great moments of comedy ever on television. Because, I mean, not only did the viewers at home have no idea what was going on, neither did you two.
We went there on a Friday to rehearsal. And,
so this was after James had left. They were trying out new people to present it. You were the two greedy Italians at the time.
And Jamie came along as well. And
it still didn't help.
Yeah. Well, it was the trouble to read the monitor because you have a monitor on front of you and you read it.
Yeah, the auto cue.
I was reading and also...
not from the viewer's point of view, you weren't reading
and then I remember one time, so you go your line, you read, hello, all the people, you know, now we're going to cook this, and this, and you will, Antonio, it was like that. I went, read your feet. You don't do that. You know, you don't push me. And then at the end, we don't know what we were cooking. I had a cue in my ear, you know. I won't tell you what I say. You know, just to remove once, don't throw away the 600 pounds.
Did you two forget it was live?
Yes. Yes, it was, honestly. At the end, we said, let's do it.
I have to say, if you haven't seen this, it is available on YouTube, and you really should watch it, because it is some of the greatest television ever made. Not deliberately, but some of the greatest television ever made.
Everybody liked it. Everybody laughed it. Even the cameraman was still there. If you watch the program, you can see it. They're shaking. And see, the trouble is, because I also had to cook Antonio food, because you always have to give him a hand. And also, you go slot so quick. But, you know, when you do yourself those slot, you rehearsal, and that is fantastic. But then when you actually have to look after somebody else as well, they didn't actually come up properly. But at the end, I looked myself and I looked at Antonio, which he didn't understand why I was looking at him. And Jamie couldn't stop laughing. I said, you know what? Let it go, whatever they want to do it. We done it.
No, it was definitely freeform.
It was definitely freeform. I'll never forget, there was a Matt Abbott, which is presenter.
Lovely, Matt.
Matt,
we've had him on Spooning.
I love Matt. Matt, what a lovely man. And so he texts in after the show, the best Saturday entertainer ever.
It was phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I often go back and watch it.
We didn't know what we were doing, honestly. We didn't know what we were doing.
Not too greedy Italians, too clueless Italians.
We didn't. I remember I had to cook something for Jamie, which he didn't like it, but ask him. So,
somewhat similar to our gnocchi.
Yeah. So I had to do chicken legs, you know, and so I got this beautiful chicken leg. And then I had to blanch, and then I had to cook in tomato sauce and cook with pasta, and then present it to Jamie. He had some, he loved it. Well, And then he was looking like that. And instead of going to give him 2 legs or 3 legs, I must have given him about 10. He went up like that. And as soon as he went, But I loved it. We were funny. Antonio, the best one, when he was almost not fall asleep. I don't know how he managed. If you watch, he goes like that. And your turn reading that. He went like that. Not very nice. But it was all right.
But weirdly, you never got asked to do it again.
No.
Oh, well.
No. No, we've been many times, but not to ask her to present.
No, not to present it again.
I'm part of the furniture I've been doing for so many years, not just when the Captain's Television had, also before. I think it was 2000 when the first done it, and done with Greg. And we had a big studio in Wembley, and took all day, because you have to do 3-course meals, took all day to do it. And I never forget I had to cook something with a wild rocket, and they didn't have a wild rocket. I said, wait a minute. I said, don't panic. Just I went outside. There was wild rocket growing everywhere.
Well, that's one of the things that I love about you, is you can be driving down a road with you and you'll suddenly just pull, it could be on a dual carriageway, you'll pull the car over and get out and you'll be picking what looks to, like most people, weeds off the side of the road. You're delicious. We'll go home and eat these. Right? So we're now at the point which I'm approaching with a little bit of trepidation, where I'm going to get you to put on the blindfold again. And we have your
I love the gnocchi anyway.
Second and final spoon. Open wide. What have we got there? Oh, it's
Saltine
been
oyster.
spatter.
It's oyster.
What have you got against oysters?
Okay. They're still alive. You have to swallow. Sorry. Can I take him off?
Yes.
Sugar.
We did a lovely oyster there with a Vietnamese dressing for you.
It's the texture. Come on. Yeah.
Let's get rid of that. There we go.
I managed to get one.
So what you're saying is you wouldn't want the second spoon.
No, thank you.
So whether it was your nice spoon or your challenging spoon, you don't want a second spoon of either of them, do you?
No, well, I will have the other. No, the gnocchi, yes, I will have it. I know I tasted the potato. It is so important that the gnocchi tasted of a potato, but I was not sure what kind of a potato it was. I thought you put something inside, but when you present it in a plate with the sauce around, you're not blindfolded. Those are delicious. But this one, you have on a plate like that, 12 oyster, we squeeze a bit of lemon, don't chew it, swallow, boom. After their life, you still do, bop, bop, bop. I love oyster. Well, nice way I cook. Lovely spaghetti with oyster, I will eat it. Lovely. Put them in breadcrumb, fry them, put them in bread. So
what you're saying is you can't eat a raw oyster.
No
Has
way.
to be cooked.
After, don't mind the
Well, I think you've proven that you can't eat a raw oyster, because you're one of the few people who've actually spat the spoon out and not finished it.
Yeah, well, you can't. It's the texture. It's on me. And I love oyster. We'll eat oyster cooked, but not raw.
Well, I'm sorry we've been unable to change your mind.
Yeah.
But
God, what do you put them inside? Vinegar?
No,
chili? Pasta? Vietnamese?
There's a Vietnamese dressing.
Well, very nice. Paolo,
damned with faint praise.
Paolo,
there.
Let's change where we're going to go for lunch today. No Vietnamese. Let's go Chinese, all right?
Well, listen, I'm sorry we've let you down on your second spoon, but it's been such a pleasure to have you here today. And your new book is a joy.
Thank you, Mom.
And I shall be enjoying cooking that later on this week. The family will be having something out of that. But it just remains to say thank you for everything. And thank you for being here today.
Don't make me cry.
And long may you be with us, teaching us and sharing your passion with us. A massive thank you to Gennaro. His book I recommend you buy it.
Literally a lifetime's worth of thanks to Gennaro for taking part today. His new book, Verdure, is out now to buy. That is it for Spooning for this week, but we will have another special guest next week where they will be trying something they think they love and something they think they hate. As ever, a huge thanks to Jamie Shears and the team here at the Mount Street Restaurant. If you like what we're doing at Spooning, make sure you follow Spooning with Mark Wogan across all your social media channels. You can also find us on YouTube, and if you like our podcast, you can find us on all the platforms. Make sure you subscribe, and if you like it, leave us a 5-star review. Until next week, stay beautiful.